So I think my first Vineyard Worship Leaders Retreat that I went to was when I was a student. It was in 2012, I think. And that might have been one of my first Vineyard conferences ever. I was used to the local expression of the Vineyard Church, but I hadn't been in a lot of, trans-local Vineyard spaces before. And one of the big questions that was rumbling around in my head at that time was like, can I belong here? My musical background is a little bit different than what was very much the default in the Vineyard when I went, that many years ago. And it felt like the community, looked very different than I do. And so there's just this constant question in the back of my head, do I even belong here? Taking this role of an observer and sort of just like witnessing, but from the sidelines. And over the years, as I've kept coming to these, and not just this conference, but other Vineyard conferences, what I have seen is the Lord starting to answer these prayers that I hadn't even known to pray, that were in my heart, about how this movement could open up space for folks who weren't even in the room when it started. I have seen this soft-heartedness in the Vineyard to what God is doing in this realm of racial reconciliation and multi-ethnicity and making room for other kinds of people and other kinds of voices in worship. I have not seen that anywhere else, especially in a mostly white movement, to say, you know what, I'm just gonna humble myself and try to purposefully learn and make room and grow and that's been in so many different ways, from the bubbling up of these Better Together conferences that are so powerful, to the first Vineyard Soul album, a second Vineyard Soul album, on a big stage, slowly but surely roping in more voices and faces of people of color, sounds being different, styles of worship being roped in. This is something I honestly did not think I would ever see. But no, what I've seen is the movement shift and make space for backgrounds like mine, and that has been so encouraging and so refreshing to see for a movement that really features a majority voice, and a majority voice that holds a lot of power, to say, you know what, I'm going to choose to make room. And with growing pains and all, awkwardness and all, choose to grow and lean in a direction that I'm not used to and not comfortable in, to make space for others, has been really, really powerful. I think really reflects the character of God and the character of Jesus, that says, okay, you might have power, but you need to lay it down and make some space, because there's really good, really fruitful things. And we are not there yet, but I can see what's on the horizon for the Vineyard, and it's gonna look a lot different, than it did back in the day. But there's really powerful things ahead. And it's the humility and soft-heartedness, I think, of this movement that has chosen to make room for that. And I'm really excited for how that's gonna really glorify our Father in multi-ethnicity in the future.